Mike sorted. Welcome to the Ground Zero podcast.
Yeah, how's it going? All right?
Yeah, good mate. Tell you what, you are now, I think the third one in the shed.
Third one in?
Yeah.
First para.
First para, first real soldier, they say. There's me being super alley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good, mate. Thanks for having us.
It's been a privilege, mate. I've been like sort of watching you from afar for a while now, and I was like, fuck it, easy. Just the stuff that you do in general. It's not all the alley fucking para stuff. It's stuff you do loads for fucking veterans. You're quite open about mental health, which is important, especially with us.
Massively.
Especially with us, like.
Yeah, which also was a hard thing to come out and do being from a para age background.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, it didn't really go down too well to start with. It was kind of like I got a lot of bad feedback to start with, and a lot of people, I'm still falling out with people like it now because it's more of a widespread thing now, and it's recognised more within the military as well. Lads have started talking to me. I'm like, no, get fucked. You wasn't there when I needed you, so why don't you run me now?
Yeah, I know exactly the fucking outcome with that as well. I had a very similar thing with myself when I first started the podcast. I literally just for episode 1, it was like I purged everything, just all came out.
Yeah.
Dad's coming on. You're fucking making it up. You're putting the regiment into disrepute. You look like a right cunt. All this, and I'm like, cheers. That makes me feel really good.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like bearing your soul when people just fucking try and put you down even more. It's not good, mate.
Yeah. But mate, just fucking don't need people in your life anyway. If they could be like, mate, you don't need them.
Nah, exactly.
Just cut them away.
That's exactly what I did. Like, because each time I did a new step, there'd be a new troll that would come out.
Yeah.
And it was like, there was one, I thought it was hilarious. I laughed this one off. Like, he came into the DMs for the podcast, but at that moment, my brother was doing all the admin for me.
Yeah.
So my brother saw it and went, who's this fucking dickhead? I was like, let me have a look. So I've logged in, and he was saying, how can you have all these mental health issues when you didn't leave the wire? I was like, right, so you're a RAF Reg guy saying I didn't leave the wire when you know we did. So I was just like, which tour are you talking about? And he was like, well, you're just a signaller. I was like, no, my last tour I was just a signaller. The others, I was out doing...
I've got my own para age blokes from one para and that, but they all put fake names, mate. They all think they know you. It's all the new blokes, mate. All the blokes I served with know what I'm about.
Yeah, exactly.
But obviously, there's stories. I mean, there's a story where, like, apparently I tried to kill my own tiger team, calling a 500-pounder on my own tiger team. All sorts, mate. The stories go around. I think you fucking mental, like, and
that's fucking madness. That's not madness. But what goes around comes around. I feel.
Yeah. Like
one of the guys that gave me shit, he ended up. He wrote a letter to one of the top bods in the regiment because we didn't go out and secure the airfield. They sent the Mighty Reg to do it in was it Kabul, wasn't it? And he was pissed off, but he sent it to the wrong guy, and now he's been fucking discharged. I was like, unlucky son. You know what I mean? Fucking clowns.
Yeah.
But yeah, the stuff that you're doing now with the company, the Reg Engineering.
Yeah, our engineering group.
Fucking class, mate.
Yeah, we're getting the veterans out, getting back on the map, mate. Getting them into work. There's obviously like a little gap in the market. Yeah. Started on the railway. God, we've been on the railway 3 years now. Progressed quite quickly, to be fair. My boss Sam. So our engineering group is kind of a sister company from phone alarm installations.
Yeah.
Which they're basically working on CCTV, putting up timetable screens, CIS. We just got a massive contract installing CCTV cameras up in Liverpool, Manchester, Birmingham. Basically just done all the revamp for the stations up in Birmingham for the Commonwealth Games.
Oh, awesome.
So we got a lot of work on. Obviously, there's a gap in the market getting veterans out of.
Yeah, because it's always the thing. I found it when I left. I'm not sure about yourself. You probably did the same. Ended up doing CP and you're like, well, I didn't actually end up doing CP in the end. I actually just took a look.
Security though.
Yeah, because I went. It was literally what can I do? What transferable skills have I got?
Yeah.
So I went, right, I'll get a decent qualification. So I did the CP qual, and I was like, but then if I do that, I'm away from the family, which is why I left in the first place.
Yeah.
So I was like, right, I ended up being security guard at fucking Waitrose to start with.
See, I didn't really bother me going away. I didn't leave on my call. I still wanted to stay fighting the war. But obviously, I fell out with my boss. So in one power SFSG, we have Royal Marines with us. The F company was just Royal Marines to start with, just a Royal Marine company. And they realised they needed some reg in there, so they split us all up. So they put 2 power reg in A company with a platoon of, so 2 power reg platoons with a platoon of Royal Marines. B company, which is where I started, was 2 platoons of power reg with a platoon of RAF reg. And then F company was 2 platoons of power reg with a platoon of Marines. So my boss ended up being a Marine. He's a fucking prick, absolute fucking prick. He just didn't like the fact that I'd done loads of tours, loads of experience. We was in an ambush in Belize.
Yeah.
And he said to us, "What's CAF?" Because we were talking about Kandahar. He's like, "What's CAF?" You being fucking serious? Like, how are you here as a boss of a fucking SFSG platoon and you've never done a tour? It turns out his dad was quite hype in the Marines, which is fucking bullshit in itself as well. You shouldn't be put in a position like that just because you're
no, definitely not.
Anyway, I had a few fallouts with him. And he grasped me up for steroids. And that was me out. But the bloke's an absolute fucking whopper.
Yeah, I bet. It sounds like it. But we found that, even down at our level, like, we would get all the Crow officers come in. They would take over the flights or platoons.
Yeah.
And then you'd be like, right, you haven't done anything yet, and you're in command of all of us. But then they would bring in sergeants in to help run the fucking flight.
Yeah.
But they would come off training wing, and they haven't done a fucking anything since Northern Ireland. And they're like, hang on, what's going on here? We've got fucking junior lads that have done 2 tours, and you're telling us that we're doing stuff wrong. It's like,
yeah. Well, mate, as a new boss, I think he passed out of I can't remember what it's called, the Marines, the officer training course. But anyway, he came out of that and he went to Faz Lane. Now, apparently, if you go to Faz Lane straight from your officer training, basically means you need more development.
Got you. Yeah.
So it's more development, so you're not actually in a position yet to take over a fighting company. So they put you in that position to get more experience before you take over a fighting company. Now, he's come from somewhere where he needs more experience to command a fighting company. He's the boss of one of the best fighting companies in the British Army, essentially.
Yeah.
And he comes in and there's me. I wouldn't mention the guy because he's still in now.
Nah, that's fine.
But there's me and him. He's one of my best mates now. He's my best man at our wedding. There's me and him as the 2 team leaders in that company. He just didn't want to fucking listen to us, mate. And as a new boss, you come in and you listen to the ones with experience. The sergeant and the screws, the team leaders. You listen to those geezers. You don't come in thinking you fucking know it all.
No, that's the worst thing. Come in with a chip on your shoulder.
Yeah. I can remember the first time I met him. I was out in the jungle. He took over us out in the jungle in Belize, and I just got back off the ground. And he like the new boss is here. And I said to my mate, I said, "The new boss here." He goes, "Yeah." He said, "You ain't fucking like him either." Anyway,
straight away.
Yeah, sat down. That initial interview, like where he says, what he's about and what he does.
Yeah.
Where he's just come from and all that shit. And he sat us down. He goes, "Yeah, right." He goes, I boxed this and boxed that, and I was boxing in university. And I just went, "I don't want to fucking know how hard you are."
Yeah,
I'm not here to talk about how hard you are.
It's irrelevant, isn't it?
Yeah. Just tell me what you're gonna do for the blokes. Like, how are you gonna look after the geezers? Essentially, we're getting ready to go to Afghan.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he turned out to fuck up a few times in Afghan as well.
Yeah. It sounds like he would. Yeah. We had a boss in CAF that was he was a former auxiliary, just one of us. And he got picked on a lot while I was out in Iraq, and he obviously carried that chip on his shoulder. And then when we went out to Kandahar, he was fucking nightmare. But I still remember that one day we got all the way ready to load up to go out, and he's like, "Tommo, have you got my rifle?" I was like, "What? Why would I have your rifle? It's IW, mate. It's individual weapons system. It's yours.
Yeah.
Why would I have it?" And my mate Dan popped his head down from fucking top cover, and he was like, "Boss, that's your weapon, mate. That's got to be a fine, isn't it? It's got to be a crate." He was like, "No, we'll just have to go back and get it." He was like, "Well, hang on a minute. If that was one of the lads, you'd be fucking chewed out for that.
Yeah.
How'd you forget your weapon?"
Mate, this boss, so we were all on the wagons waiting for the boss one day, and he's done like a final check of the harbour area. This is in the jungle, and he's come up to us with a poncho, me and the other team leader, and he's thrown it in the back of the wagon that we're in and gone, "That fucking good skills, lads. We're leaving fucking ground sign behind." And we're like, "Lads, whose is this?" And then we've done like a kit check because no one come forward and say it was us. So we done a kit check. Anyway, that night we're putting up our our ponchos and that to get our heads down. He comes up to me and the other TO was like that. Lad, you got that poncho? We're like, is it yours? He's like, yeah. Like, you fucking dickhead.
What a fucking cock. Oh, fucking hell. So, what initially turned you to the power rig then, when you first...
There's a guy, so when I was at school, I was getting bullied at school quite badly at the time. I'd done a talk on the paras when I was 11 years old, and it's just something that always drew to me. I always wanted to be in the army anyway, because I wanted to be in it. It sounds a good sailor word, Mum and Dad said. So I was just really drawn to the army, and then, because I was getting bullied at school, Dad had a friend called Pat Feeney, who was a PGR, parachute jumping instructor at Bryce Norton. So when I was about 12 years old, I think it was, I went to Bryce Norton and done the parachute training school. So I got put in like the harnesses to get where you get out to practice getting out of twists. Done the fan jump, which is basically a harness, and you jump just on a fan and you just fall about 60 foot, I think it is. And it's quite funny because I wasn't scared when I done it when I was 12 years old, but when I went back when I was like fucking 18, I shit myself. You got a little bit more fear as you get older,
yeah, definitely.
And then I realised I was just scared of heights. Well, I knew I was scared of heights anyway, but
that's brilliant.
Mate,
power of scared of heights.
You know, I can actually remember passing P Company, and I thought, fuck, I passed. I've got to jump out of an airplane now. Because I didn't think I'd pass. Essentially, because I got bullied at school, and you know, my dad wouldn't really do anything. He wouldn't really help me in any way. My dad's got a reputation where I live for being quite a fucking hard cunt as well. So I always expected him to kind of look after me, but he didn't. Now, I chose a parrot. Well, I actually went to join the RAF Fire Service to start with, and they weren't recruiting at the time. They just weren't.
That always seems to be the way.
I think they only do it every now and then. They take in so many people as well. So I went downstairs and joined the paras. But when I came home, I said to my dad, she thought I went to join the RAF Fire Service because my dad was a fireman. That's the reason why I hadn't done it. But I thought, fuck it, do you know what? I was going to go with the paras. But my dad always pushed me to be a fireman in the Navy or a fireman in the RAF. That's what he always pushed me to do. He said, you don't want to join the paras, you don't want to do that. So I thought, fuck, I just want to go join the reg. So I went to join the reg. And he's like, what are you fucking doing? Anyway, I didn't think I'd pass. I just wanted to do it because it's a hard reg to get into. And known as like being hard men, basically. I never thought I'd pass. I just done it just to see what happened. And when I passed, I was like, fuck.
Jump out of a fucking plane.
Airplane.
That's one way to fucking do it.
Yeah, my first jump wasn't actually that bad, to be fair. I think because I was so scared, I didn't really know what I was doing.
Sort of just resort to default, innit?
And to be honest, you're only in the air for what, 30 seconds. You're not in the air long. 600 feet drop. You're not in the air long at all. I know when you got kit, mate, you're not in the air fucking about 20 seconds.
My old man was a jump instructor. He was a PJI for 22 years. He ended up being attached to 2-2 as their jump instructor. For about 5-6 years, I think. So that was always my dream. I was like, well, I'm going to be a jump instructor. That's what I want to do. Got there, failed the aptitude test, and for PTI, I was like, but I've already got all the qualifications.
I know quite a few PGIs now. They're all quite young lads as well, and they're good lads. I bumped into a few of them actually in Poland, just gone. I was in Poland in the bar, and then just heard my name get shout radders. I was like, okay, I'm bumping into everyone.
You're fucking everywhere, mate. It's that IG you got. Fucking too many followers.
Mad, isn't it?
It is mad. But that actually gets me onto a fucking other subject. So you're always stolen. There's always new profiles of you.
I know, mad, isn't it?
It's fucking just a handsome man, isn't it?
Mate, if you type in my name in Instagram, there's probably over 100 profiles with my picture. People use different names. So what they actually do is, I'll talk about what that's about, because a lot of people probably don't actually know what the school is.
No, I don't. I just see that there's fake profiles and that.
There's a group, so it's predominantly like Nigerians. They actually message me and say, pay me money, I'm going to stop using your Instagram. I was like, how about get fucked? I just carry on using it. Because I got to a point now where I don't care. It bothered me at the start because obviously I use pictures of my kids and that. So it did bother me at the start, but it doesn't really bother me anymore. But what they are is a group of boys called Yahoo Boys. Now, if you type in Yahoo Boys on Facebook, all these groups come up where they share information of soldiers and that. They share information of how to hack Instagram, how to come across as a British person in England with a British phone number when you're actually in Nigeria.
Fucking hell.
They're very fucking clever people, mate, to be fair. What they do is they make up a profile of me or another soldier, and then they make women fall in love with them, and then they scam them. they basically say I need money to fly back from Afghanistan. Like my bank account's been blocked because I'm in Afghanistan. I use my card in Afghanistan. It's been blocked, but I need money to fly back. If you want to see me, you need to pay me to fly back. I've heard of one woman who got scammed of £150,000. I don't know if it's true or not, but her daughter basically messaged me and said, "Look, my mum's been scammed of 150 grand." I'm like, fucking hell, why do you give money to people you don't even know?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, but then they're vulnerable women, aren't they? And I don't know their background or what their mental health conditions they got, or to make them do that. But Instagram and Facebook, I've learned a shit with removing them. If you report them, if you report a profile that is blocked, so as in hidden, so you can't, you have to request to follow them, then they won't remove them. But if they're open, they're kind of take them down. So, and they know this, so they put them as hidden profiles, and you report them saying they're impersonating me, and they don't get taken down.
That's fucking mad. You're like, they're impersonating me. And they're like, are they though?
Yeah, no, mate, they will message me all the time and say, "Look, pay me money, and I'll stop using your photos."
It's like they're pretty cool photos, to be fair. So
yeah,
feel your boots.
Do you know a lot of Power Edge lads say, "Did you have your own personal photographer walking around behind you?"
Fucking looks like it.
Shitloads of photos at all.
Well, you always have a combat cameraman.
We weren't supposed to take cameras like. So when SFSG first started, a lot of the kit we were using kind of secret, and a lot of the kit we were using identified us as SF. From a SF background. So we weren't allowed photos. We weren't allowed to put photos on Instagram. We weren't allowed to put photos on Facebook. Nothing, mate. We had to be like proper in the dark. And when I left, I thought, do you know what? Get fucked. Yeah. Because the army did start messaging me saying, "You need to remove your photos." I was like, "Nah." Yeah. Like, you don't control me anymore.
No.
And then I got a load of letters from like the disclosure cells, so like where DSF is in Regent's Park Barracks. And I actually spoke to DSF one day, Director of Special Forces. Like, "Look, fucking work with us. Send us the photographs you want to post, and we'll tell you if you can post them or not." And I was like, "Get fucked." Yeah. Like,
they're my photos.
Like, you kicked me. Yeah. You kicked me out for steroids.
Did they?
Yeah, that's what they kicked me out. So they tested me for steroids and kicked me out for it. Yeah. So I was like, "You kicked me out for steroids." I never failed a fitness test. I was a fucking decent soldier. I always, I was gleaming. In my eyes, I was doing well. I had a few issues, like scrapping at weekends and things, but fucking which Barry's bloke hasn't?
Yeah, which any squad it really.
Yeah, and they kicked me out. So I was like, "No, like I'll do what I want."
Yeah, fucking didn't know that. There's something fucking new information. Yeah, it's fucking mad though, isn't it? Because I got a talent off from one of my buddies actually. He's currently serving at the minute. He's a JTAC, and he sent me a photo on Christmas with him sat. I don't know where he was. He had a fucking Christmas hat on. Sent me a photo, so I was like, "Oh, I'll do a post and just say, fucking Merry Christmas to the fucking lads that are serving out." And he went, "Can you remove that?" I was like, "Why?" He was like, "It's not me that's saying it. It's fucking my one-ups. They're saying because of the rifle that I'm carrying. You can see the camp in the background." I was like,
"Yeah,
okay."
Yeah, they're kind of hard on it nowadays. Yeah, that's why I always black out. So even just blurring out the faces of my mates in other pictures, like I'll do that and screw the nut.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Yeah, so I'll screw the nut and just blur out faces, mate. Just for it's their personal security as well, because a lot of my mates are still serving. Just the right thing to do, but
definitely, mate. It's crazy. We were always told as well out on tour, like, stop taking photos. Like, no,
mate.
On the memory, I lost all my Iraq photos.
It's doing things in certain places, mate. You know where to take photographs and where not to.
Yeah.
If something's going down, like, don't do it. Like the whole thing last night I didn't see it, but Soldier A on TV. Like, just don't.
I missed that actually. I was meant to watch it, but
shouldn't just fucking don't record it.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a bit obvious.
If it's going down, just don't fucking record it, mate. Like,
sometimes you watch things like that and you're like, why did nobody put their brain in gear for that one?
Yeah.
It's like, it's a bit obvious that if that gets leaked, which it will.
Don't fucking have shit like that on your phones or on your laptops and shit. Just screw the nut.
Because what will happen is they'll go, "Oh, have you seen this? Oh, send me that. Oh, cool. Have you seen this? Send me that." And the next thing you know, it's all gone.
Yeah, or just don't do it.
It's a bit like the fucking was it 3-Power and that fucking slutty in the Colchester.
Oh mate,
that's fucking rats.
That's a standard weekend for Power Edge.
Fuck it is, isn't it?
The only thing, to tell you what, the only thing that pissed me off about it is that the blokes won't get amongst each other as well. Because back in my day, if your mate had his dick out next to you, just give it a common courtesy tug, mate.
Yeah.
None of that was going on. I was like, why aren't the blokes getting amongst each other while they're waiting to go on the chick? Like, it's just baffled me.
Fucking times have changed, mate. They're all woke, aren't they?
Yeah, but like Power Edge stuff is just,
it's funny, mate.
That was it. I said to my missus, I said, like, that's a normal weekend for us in the block, that.
Yeah.
She's like, fucking hell. She goes, don't surprise me.
Yeah. I won't even show my missus that sort of stuff. She won't fucking believe it.
Yeah, she's pretty sound, to be fair.
My missus would be like, what's
She knows I'm a bit loose, like.
A bit loose like that. That's fucking class, mate. Yeah. Creatures, mate. Everywhere.
Mate, when I see that and they started saying they're going to get in trouble for it, I was like, for what?
There's
nothing to get in trouble about. It's just. So the army, and they even took free power off ops, didn't they? So they were supposed to go into Kosovo, I think it was, and they took them off an op just for that. I was like, it's just the fucking blokes being blokes.
Yeah, they're trying to just fucking let their hair down, aren't they? Especially if they're due to go out.
Like, you're always going to be a bit, like, if you're going to have characters like that, you train blokes in certain ways, they're always going to be a bit loose, they're always going to be a bit mad. They're not going to be like your average person that you meet down fucking.
Nah, exactly.
In a queue in Tesco's, mate.
I've always said it, it's like, especially when you come out and you become a veteran and whatever, and you're trying to have a normal conversation with someone, but your fucking mind automatically goes dark and you just make a fucking shit comment. It's like my missus will always go, "You're not normal." I was like, "Well, no, I'm not normal. I signed up to go fight in a war."
I think I'm normal, but in my fucking world. I'm normal in my world, and as long as I'm normal in my world, that's because I always just look at myself as like fucking hell, like a bit outcast here. Especially when I was playing back for the rugby team, I was like a bit of an outcast here, like, you know. But I'm normal in my fucking world, and that's as long as I'm happy in my world.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I mean, I'm quite lucky. Like, two of my fucking closest mates live down the road, and they both serve with me on the same squadron as well. So it's like I can just go be fucking weird with them.
Yeah. So I've learned when to turn it on now, when to turn it on, when to turn it off.
Yeah.
And sometimes I turn it on just to see people. So I humour myself sometimes. So I'll be in a pub, and if I get bored, I'm like, fuck this. I want to try and make everyone like have like a real bad reaction. So I just come out with something, and everyone's like, fuck, you know. A bit cracks me, it makes me laugh.
Yeah. It's fucking way forward.
My best mate Connor always says, like, I'm easily pleased.
Yeah.
He says my sense of humour is really weird. It's something real funny, and that's not funny, mate.
Yeah.
But I see something really simple and laugh my head off it.
I find it, even just going through like Instagram and that, and you're on the reels or something, there's something ridiculous, and you're like, that's fucking funny, though.
Yeah. Simple stuff cracks me up, mate.
Fucking simple stuff, mate. I was surprised you didn't sign yourself up to go over to Ukraine. Like,
I almost did.
You almost did?
Yeah, so there was
a
task that come out where a lot of people see it, and a lot of people were like sending it round, and I kept it very quiet at the time because I didn't really want people to know what I was doing or what I was up to. So so I got a call off one of my mates saying, do I want to be part of this team? Now, the team was to go into an extraction of Americans. So there was 18 Americans that were stuck in country and they needed extraction.
Yeah.
So we got in touch with I got in touch with the relevant party that I needed to send all my details across. It got down to putting us in teams, and it was literally on 24 hours notice to move. So we were on standby to be deployed to Poland. We would do a week's training in Poland on the ranges, do a range package, and then we went across the border in armoured vehicles. The Americans are supplying it as well, all the weapons, MVGs, and we had some top kit as well.
Yeah, that would have been some fucking good kit.
Yeah, some Gucci kit. So yeah, we were going to extract these Americans, $2,000 a day. If we got them out, it was $6,000 bonus for getting them all out. It's probably going to take us about a week, 2 weeks getting them all out.
Yeah.
By moving. Now we had like meetings and like chats about what was the threat and etc. And from people on the ground there, they basically said the main threat is going to be from criminals that have now got hold of guns, basically.
Yeah.
And going around because they don't know who we are.
No.
And they wouldn't give a fuck if we got a British flag in there. You know, on the visors, you put a British flag on the visor, put the visor down.
Yeah.
So I was in the main assault team 1 to go, which is the main extraction party, going in and getting them out, which I was happy with because I knew a few of the guys in the team as well, and I've worked with them before, so I know.
You know how they work.
Yeah, and if I was going in with a team I don't know, going in doing that is not really.
Yeah, you want to make sure you got fucking switched on team to do that.
Yeah. But it never come about because I got out. The 18 Americans managed to get a train and get out of there. Fair. So it never come about.
It's a bit of that's a bit shit though for you, like.
But I was kit packed ready to go, mate.
You ready?
Yeah.
Flip the switch.
Yeah, I was kit packed as soon as it all kicked off, mate.
Kit packed ready. He's ready to go.
I always have the urge to go back and do, like, you can look at it in different ways, can't you? It's probably a blessing in disguise, really, because what's going on out there? I've got mates on the ground that are looking after TV crews, and they're sending me pictures of fucking families burnt out in cars, where the Russians just burnt them in cars, and like, fucking kids dead on the side of the road. So technically, it's probably a blessing in disguise. It didn't go ahead, but I always got that itch to go back and just fuck some bad people up.
It's like that fucking. The war is a drug, isn't it? Because you're not going to beat that adrenaline rush that you get out there.
Yeah.
Especially like to yourself going out and doing SFSG and being attached to.
I was watching a lot of footage at the time as well of what's going on, and there's a lot of footage coming about, and I was watching a lot of it just to try and see what the Russians are like. And I'm not impressed with them, to be honest. They're a fucking shit army. Their drills and skills in battlefield and battlefield discipline, shocking. I actually see an anti-tank crew. There's a video of an anti-tank crew. Bloke's got an anti-tank weapon out, and there's 5 of them stood around him. I'm thinking, fucking hell.
Yeah.
Like,
it's mad, isn't it? Cause I found the same with a few of the fucking Yanks. We went out on a footsie with the American Pathfinders out in Kandahar, and we were like, spacings were all on point. We were fucking taking cover when we needed to, when we were going down different waddies and whatnot. We were watching them. They were just skylining themselves, all bunched up, just walking through, and we're like, if anything did kick off right now, you're fucked.
Yeah. Look, see a lot of ops we done. In SFSG were like recce, almost like recce ops really. So Op Rigo, which is a massive, probably the best op in Afghan ever probably. We're just going out getting scraps every day. We're just going in with heli, just going in helis, getting dropped off, getting his contacts and coming out. But sometimes when we were doing extractions, we're just fucking rear skylining ourselves, mate. We're just getting into fucking contact all the way out. But sometimes can't be helped, but is what it is, mate.
Yeah, but well, with that one, there was plenty of cover. They were just fucking taking the piss, I think. They just wanted their purple hearts, I think. But yeah, I've seen a few footages, and you're like, you're lot of shit. But it's probably apparently their fucking SF lot are pretty good, aren't they? But
Rangers, we've done a lot of work with Rangers when SFSG first started. Yeah, we had Radband Ranger. It was over with us. He had like 5 bronze stars, like 3 with Valor. Like done 14 tours, mate. He was there on a Jessica Lynch shop, I think it was. Jumped in on that. So yeah, he taught us quite a lot. To be fair, like our shooting drills changed. The way we hold a weapon, like with the C clamp over the top now, like hold it under. Even the setup of your weapons are different. Like we used to just throw our fucking attachments on our weapons, put them anywhere.
Yeah.
But then all your attachments go to the front of your weapon. But it's just little things change, mate, and then your shooting drills change fucking loads, mate.
No, I bet.
Like we were doing the failure drill, so it's like 2 to the chest. Obviously 2 to the chest for a reason, because the first round obviously breaks the plate. Second round will potentially penetrate the plate.
Yeah.
If that fails, once head switch, bang, bang, bang. We just drilled that all the fucking time, mate.
Yeah. That's a bit of double tap, mate. Pop up.
Yeah.
Pew pew. It's fucking Tell you what I did watch the other day. I don't know how much telly you actually fucking watch, or if you're fucking doing your own thing. I watched that Terminal List.
Yeah.
I was fucking impressed with the drills that Chris Pratt's doing on there. But they had Jack Carr was actually
see SEAL Team. If you watch SEAL Team, I can't remember what it's on CBS. I think it is.
Yeah.
But have you seen it, SEAL Team?
I haven't seen SEAL Team.
Yeah, that's about Dev Crew, just a fucking team. It's like a series. I think on the 6th one now. Yeah. Their drills and skills are pretty good, but they got like a Delta Force guy, Tyler Gray. I think it is. You
can tell when they've got a proper fucking advisor on there. Yeah, I was watching.
Some of the storylines are actually to do with SEALs as well, because they got SEALs that are actually working.
Oh yeah.
They're their own storylines incorporated into the TV show, so it's actually quite decent, to be fair.
Yeah, that Terminal List was fucking class. Even my missus watched it. She doesn't like watching military stuff with me, because I'm like, well, that's bollocks.
Yeah.
And she's like, will you shut up and watch it? Like, she really liked that fucking R girl. You probably don't.
Fucking hate that shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't watch that. Because apparently their fucking military advisor is like a female clerk or something. I was like, well, that shows.
Probably wouldn't fucking surprise me the way it gone, mate.
Fucking lizards, mate.
Chad's your dada.
Yeah, because I remember watching. I think it might have been one of the final episodes. I used to moan at every single episode. There'd be something I'd pick up on. And there's a Kazivac that they're doing, and they're going, right, we're calling Mert, and a fucking Black Hawk lands with Mert written on the side of it, and I went, well, I'm never watching this ever again.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's one of the best jobs that the RAF Reg ever got is Mert. And they're fucking Black Hawk. I was like, where's the fucking Chinook?
We always had Pedro, really. We always had
Pedro,
PJs. We had PJs. Whenever we had someone get injured. I think the only time I ever see the Mert was when I was attached to the Welsh Guards in 2009.
Yeah.
So the only time I ever see them come in. All the other times we work on the ground, as in our guys, is the Merc pretty much. But then the Pedro, sorry. But I think that's because we had USMC J-Tax with us all the time.
Yeah,
we had USMC J-Tax with us.
They're pretty good.
We had USMC dog handlers with us as well.
Pedro's class. Right? We did a BFA training course down with Pedro. I think it was at Marham, RAF Marham. They were down there. I remember watching them. I was like, that's fucking cool.
Yeah, good guys.
I want to do that.
I think it takes about 4 years to do that training. They're pretty much paramedics, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, good guys.
Literally paramedics.
Yeah. Well, they're actually working. If you look into them, they're actually working in the floods. So they work in the floods. So when there's natural disasters in America, they get the Black Hawks out and they go out and they actually do extractions.
Fuck it is.
So this flood, where it is, where's flood? Like,
New Orleans, wasn't it?
Something like that, mate. There's wherever the flood is anyway, but they're out there in the Black Hawks, like extracting people.
Yeah.
And fucking shit up guys, mate.
That is fucking cool, mate. That is cool. So you said in your message you got loads to talk about. What else you got to talk about? Get it out.
I don't know now. That's pretty much spoken about those stuff. I spoke about those stuff now, mate.
Nah, to be fair, with fucking podcasts, you can go on and on and on, can't you? But
yeah, a lot of the podcasts I've done before, a lot of podcasts that people do, it's like repetitive talking.
Yeah.
It's just the same story over and over again. There's one guy that I used to work for, won't mention any names. I used to work for him off the SCS show. Once you listen to one of his podcasts, you fucking listen to them all, mate. Boring bastard. I was not bored with his own stories now.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, the bloke's an absolute swat as well.
Yeah. So, because of course you did a bit of that afterwards, didn't you, with the that fucking one company.
Breakpoint.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
What was that?
Breakpoint.
Yeah. I saw it and I was like, I don't know what that is. I just saw you jumping off a fast
I
rope
was basically doing that, like helping out veterans, getting to work there. But then the bloke just doesn't pay veterans, mate. He treats veterans like shit when he's supposed to be like a veteran, help veterans.
Yeah.
The bloke's an absolute fucking tool, mate. Like, proper.
Yeah. There's a few that you see on the show and you're like, you're a fucking
It's a very toxic place, mate. Like, the place, like we just mentioned there, very toxic place, mate. Everyone thinks they fucking SF because they just fucking fast rape off.
Yeah.
Things, and like you tell a story, mate, and fucking some Royal Marine who's never done a fucking tour is telling your story. Like, it's a mad place, mate.
Yeah. I fucking bet.
Like, they're very anti with some other people as well. As in, there's a girl from Babe Station that was going to come on the show, and they said like certain women in that company started getting funny. But what's the matter? She's from fucking Babe Station. She's a girl that's paid to come on this course and like get something from it.
Yeah.
As in, like, the course is supposed to be about helping people and making them like grow as a person and putting them in positions, like stressful positions, to make them see who they are. And like, there's no growth in your comfort zone. There's only growth outside your comfort zone.
Exactly.
And that's what it's all about. That's what it's supposed to be about. But then they were picky. They were very picky on who they're bringing on the course because they got fucking too big for their boots because there's celebrity status, which is bullshit, mate.
Yeah.
Now the fallout with the obvious guy, who's an absolute fucking dick, and that was it.
Fair enough. There are some fucking good blokes on there. I met Billy back home. I'm from Hereford originally.
Yeah.
He was in a pub. My missus thought it was hilarious because I was like, "You all right, Bill?" She was like, "You don't know him." I went, "Yeah, but I feel like I know him, so it's fine." He literally lives around the corner from my best mate.
He was down here the other day at our company. Good guy.
Yeah, I did see it.
She was a sergeant major on my first Iraq tour. My first Iraq tour was the first SFSG tour, and he was a sergeant major on it.
Yeah. So it's top bloke, isn't he?
Yeah.
I've been trying to slide into his DMs to see if he'll come on for a chat at one point, but no luck so far.
Yeah.
That's what people always say to me. They went, "How do you get these people on?" I went, "Well, I ask them."
It's just networking, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just networking.
Don't ask, you don't get, do you?
Yeah.
It's like the same with sponsors. I was like, "Well, fuck it, I'm going to start asking." But I feel funny asking because everything, as you probably know, we're literally in a shed. I was like, it's all paid for by me. When I'm not asking for funding, I've got mics, I've got a MacBook. I want some free shit. Give me some free coffee. Thank you very much, Green Beret Coffee.
Is that Marines, is it?
Yeah.
Is that what I've got in that cup there?
No. That's just bog
I wasn't
standard.
going to drink it.
Just throw it out. Hey, part of the big three, mate. Part of the big three.
Yeah. What's like the fucking Holy Trinity?
Holy Trinity.
Middleton's Holy Trinity he made up in his own head.
Yeah. fucking. I was gonna get your view on that fucking show because it started all right.
It's good. It's a good show, as in like. It's a good show because it's again it goes back to the whole thing what I just said about breakpoint, as in you're putting people in stressful positions to make them grow. There's obviously people you can always people can moan at. There's always people on the show that have got a backstory, like some horrible backstory, but that's the whole fucking point of it.
Yeah,
helping people that are in, like, been in stressful positions or had like some traumatic like something traumatic happen in their life and putting them in outside their comfort zone to make them grow. You're helping people and you're using it to obviously your skills from what they've learned to make people grow. But what I don't agree with when people when they pass the show and they're passing all over Instagram saying they passed SS selection, you're like, how many fucking blokes do you think I've seen paratroopers that have trained for 6 years, 6'4" meatheads, some of the best soldiers I know, and they still failed like SS selection.
I've seen very similar as well.
And they're coming out going, I've just passed SS selection. No, what you passed is a fucking TV course.
Yeah, you passed a TV fitness
You
course.
passed a TV show. That's what you passed.
Yeah. So I've had Jay Tyler on, who obviously does the interrogation bit. I've had him on before. He's a sound bloke as well.
Yeah, Joe sound, good bloke.
Yeah, it's good. My missus likes watching it.
Obviously, he does a lot for mental health as well. I think he was. Last time I spoke to him, I think he was in the process of setting up a
yes, he was.
a retreat or something.
Yes, he mentioned. He mentioned that on the podcast.
I don't know if he actually got there. I haven't really seen him for a while.
Yeah, same. I've been a bit shit lately in reaching out to people, making sure.
Mate, everyone's got their own lives, mate. But as long as you reach out every now and then, it doesn't matter. You don't need to reach out every 5 minutes. Just I realise that, mate. I'm quite crap at it as well, but with the reg and that, I'm just so fucking busy nowadays. By the time I get home, I just want to go to sleep, mate.
Yeah.
Sometimes. So I live in Oxford, obviously, and then the office is down here. So I drive like nearly 2 hours every day, so like one trip, so 4 hours every day.
Yeah.
Some days I'll come down the office and I'll go up to Birmingham, so sometimes it's like 8 hours driving a day, as well as doing the working day.
Everything else. It's fucking.
So by the time I get home and just see the kids for a bit, fucking. That's me done in for the day, mate.
And it's mad, isn't it? Because I've been in similar situations when I used to do surveillance work. So I'd be out on the road. I could be anywhere. They could send me down to Cornwall or whatever, and I come home, I'm fucking hanging. But then I'm like, I haven't seen my two little fucking creatures all day, and they don't switch off.
Yeah.
And it's like, I got fucking.
Mate, I used to do surveillance, and then they binned me because I was too big.
To be fair,
I was about 19 and a half. Mate, at the time I was like 19 and a half stone, fucking huge. I had like 18. I think no, sorry. I had about 22-inch arms. I was fucking huge. And they said, Raddy, you got to lose weight. Like, we're watching you from behind, like on a follow.
Yeah.
And you're just
too
fucking
big.
absolute beast.
Yeah. Because I'm alright because I'm a bit of a fucking combat dwarf, you know. So I'm only 5'6".
Yeah.
So I sort of blend in, which is handy.
Yeah.
The annoying thing was when I did start putting on a bit of weight and having to climb from the back into the front. The amount of times I got fucking stuck, I was like, this is embarrassing.
Yeah. I wouldn't even try. Mate, I got called up to France because I used to do surveillance in Europe.
Yeah.
I was in Lithuania for like 6 months on a target out there. But I went to France, so we got a call saying, right, you need to get to France ASAP. So flew to France, got to the airport, and he said, right, you got a hire card booked, good to go. Fiat fucking 500, mate. I was like, you got anything else? He went, no. Mate, it was like Mario Karts around Paris.
I bet, mate. That's fucking ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, didn't stand out at all.
No. Who's this fucking giant getting out of a fucking mini?
Mental, mate.
They did not quite that extreme. It's pretty much the opposite. So my little fucking Peugeot partner fucking died, so that had to get done in. They swapped it out. They went, what do you need? I went, well, I need like a almost identical, so like a Peugeot partner or a fucking Ford Transit, the small ones. And they went, oh, cool, yeah, no problem. They sent me a massive Ford Transit. It was fucking ginormous. I went, you're gonna have to take that back. And they went, why not? I went, I'm supposed to be inconspicuous. I can't fucking drive around in that. And they were like, oh. I went, there's no windows in the back either, you fucking idiots. Oh, I didn't realise you needed one. You work on behalf of the company. You must know what vehicles we need. It's mad. And then another hire vehicle they gave me was a bright green Citroen Cactus or something. But yeah, that had no like power supply unless the engine was on. But if the engine's on, the lights are on.
Yeah.
I was like, this is shit.
Yeah. bad, mate, when you experience that.
Yeah. I had some good fucking times doing that.
Yeah.
Real
Yeah.
fucking good times.
I went to a lot of places doing surveillance, but didn't really get to see much of it.
I was kind of gutted I never got the right. Make sure you have your passport with you. They might be flying. It's like, oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Did some cool ones though, going to like Thorpe Park and that. That was fun.
We got called out quite a lot. like 1 minute you'd be like in your flat in London, next minute you're in Poland, mate, with just a bag. So we always just carry credit cards with like about 10 grand on.
Yeah, yeah.
Buy our clothes in country. Yeah, I love doing surveillance. It's alright. It's good. But then I broke my leg playing rugby.
Nice.
So I couldn't walk for like fucking about 6-9 months.
Oh, even better. Yeah, you're definitely built for rugby. I've seen you attempt to play football in your garden with your kids. But...
Oh mate, did you see that 2-foot tackle where I tried to take him out? Done me like a fucking pipper, didn't they? I thought I was going to smash him. But, he's only 7 years old, but I thought I was going to fucking do him. And yeah,
he's got to learn, hasn't he?
Didn't pull it off.
Fucking done you, mate. He's fucking done you.
Kid, though. I love my little boy. He's fucking awesome.
Kids are brilliant, mate. I was trying to get my because my youngest is into football. She loves football, but she only loves playing.
Yeah.
So I tried to get her to watch the football last night. I was like, it's a big game.
Yeah,
I was like,
see,
the
my
women
kids do the same.
So the women are in the final. I went, you can learn something. It will help inspire you to play.
Yeah.
She was like, nah, I'm good. I'm just going to watch YouTube.
He'd like to go to the stadium. He'd been to Oxford United a few
nice.
times. Took my kids up there, took my little girl as well. So yeah, we've been up there. Watched my little girl Shelby. She's only one, so can't take her. Got another little boy on the way at the minute.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, due in November, mate.
Oh, congratulations.
26th November, Hunter. So yeah, that's 4 now. So I got 2 kids, 2 boys. So that's me done now.
Done now.
Yeah.
Sold.
Yeah.
Get that fucking snip, mate.
Well, I might have one more. I don't know. See how it goes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want another boy, to be fair.
Yeah.
Then I've got a fire team, haven't I?
You have.
So when I'm too old, mate, I've got a fire team to protect me.
Yeah, sold, mate. Yeah, but I don't think me and Mrs. We don't think we could have boys. We had a fair few miscarriages on the lead up to our eldest, and then Jess came along, and it was like, oh, it must have been the fact it was a boy, and it was just like body rejected.
Yeah, fucking mad, mate.
Yeah, fucking horrible. That was horrible. Like nobody teaches you what to do with that. And I feel the same with like grief in general. Like, especially like a miscarriage. Like it was heartbreaking for my missus. Clearly, like,
yeah.
I was like, but as a bloke, I was like, how am I supposed to act here?
Yeah.
Fucking horrible, mate. Genuine.
Yeah.
I had to take a man minute in the car.
I can remember when my ex at the time, she had a miscarriage when I was in the army, and I was on she rang me and told me she had a miscarriage, and my platoon sergeant was with me at the time, and he said to me, "What's up?" And I said, "Oh, Mrs. had a miscarriage." He goes, "Mate, fuck off home." I went, "Nah, I'm alright."
Yeah.
Yeah, mate, fucking get home, like. And I said, "I am fine." I said, "I had no connection to that kid. Don't bother me." He went, "Mate, think about your fucking missus." Like.
Yeah.
But because I was in that frame of mind at the time as a pat reg bloke, just fucking horrible reg bloke, no emotion. Yeah, it didn't really bother me then. When you leave the army, all this emotion's like.
Yes.
And that's what I found out. Is obviously when the emotion comes, when you change as a person, or your body changes. Maybe I don't know. I haven't really worked out. Your body just goes fucking hell. You know, weight off your shoulders. What the fuck has my life been about for the last 12 years?
It must have been a difficult transition for you.
Especially when it wasn't planned. I mean,
yeah.
A lot of people. So if you leave the army, as in you sign off, you've got a year till you get out.
Yeah.
I was out within about fucking 3 months, mate.
Yeah.
I was training to go to Afghan, and then I was out like 3 months later.
Fucking hell. Yeah, there's literally no time frame there. Like
3 months isn't that long either, mate. It's fucking quick time.
Yeah, that is quick.
It goes like that, mate. And before I knew it, I was out as a civvy, like fucking hell. I was just 3 months ago. I was training to go to Afghan.
Yeah. So I take it because they booted you. You didn't get any of the resettlement or anything like that either. Not that was any good. Like it may have changed now. I don't know. Even when I went through it, it was like, what do you want to do?
Thing is, mate, I hear of people nowadays. I mean, being at Bryce Norton, so that's where obviously where I live.
Yeah, of course.
I live just outside Bryce Norton. Being there, I hear of people nowadays getting tested for fucking class A's, mate.
Yeah.
Like cocaine and that, and then they're staying in. They get one chance, like you know, you get caught again, you're out. I was taking a performance enhancing drug, which was what I got caught for was DECA. So DECA repairs your muscles overnight, basically.
Yeah.
Makes you feel good. Repairs your muscles. You don't get any muscle ache. Fuck all, mate. Yeah, I was banging it, mate. I was fucking sound.
It is mad, like that. your job is you're a fucking killer. You're a para-reg. It's not like any other job, unless you're infantry, of course, which is what a lot of people don't realise. That's what you're trained to do.
Yeah.
You.
Do you know if I didn't take steroids? So I was obviously in recce platoon for a long time. When you in recce platoon, you're carrying it, mate. Some of the Bergens I was carrying, I'd have to sit on the floor, put the straps on, and 2 guys help me up, stand up.
Yeah.
And once you stood up, you're all right. You just got to keep that momentum, keep your legs moving, and you'll be all right. If you stop, you're fucked. So just keep moving.
I know exactly the feeling. Pack horse over here.
My old size, I was about 11 stone when I joined the army. I would not be able to carry that fucking kit.
No.
Not a chance would I be able to carry that kit.
But yeah, like I was saying, it's not like it's a strange one because you're taking it to enhance yourself, to become a better.
Yeah.
You can lift more. You can endurance will be better, etc., etc. Surely that's a benefit.
Yeah. I can actually remember my CEO at the time. Fucking some of the lads like funny, mate. So I was out on the ground with Welsh Guards for a lot of the tour, and then they brought me back a little bit early because I had a bad tour, like a pretty traumatic tour. Like I'd see a lot of lads get fucking blown up, shot. Fucking obviously got into a few contacts myself where I killed the enemy up quite close. Obviously what I got my MID for. Lost a few of my Afghans. So they brought me back early. I got on the gear when I was in the camp. And I went from fucking tiny to massive in 2 weeks. and the CEO, I was walking through the hall one day, and the CEO went, he goes, Robin, are you taking any steroids at the moment? I went, yes sir, I am. And all the lads were like, fuck you now. But he didn't say anything, he didn't care.
Yeah,
like,
it's a strange one, isn't it? Completely understand if you're taking fucking cocaine or fucking mushrooms, or maybe not mushrooms. Mushrooms are alright, but
yeah, well that's another thing
heroin.
About, like psychedelic drugs. Obviously, I went away, didn't I? Done ayahuasca down in Costa Rica.
Oh yeah, how'd that go?
Fucking mega. Well, some of it was anyway, but some of it wasn't that.
I've always been like sort of wary, like, because I don't trust my mind at the best of times. So I'm like, if I fucking take one of these and I go on a fucking bad one.
Yeah. Do you know what, it's a bit.
But you're supposed to have someone with you, aren't you?
Yeah, you got like. I strongly advise anybody that does psychedelic drugs to have somebody by the side of them.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, mate. The second time I done it after my first trip. The first time I didn't feel anything. I just fell asleep. Second time I had my first trip where I went into Valhalla and met all the guys, all my mates that died in Afghan. Went in there and said goodbye to them all, give them all a cuddle and that, and I'd like one last piss up with them in Valhalla, which was fucking mega. Third time I'd done it, I met the devil, and I was in the trip and my wife and kids were dead at my feet. And I was trying to revive them and like screaming at the devil, and the devil was like fucking laughing at me. Basically, just showed me what it's like if I keep living a self-destructive life. That's what it's gonna feel like to lose people. I love at the time my wife. To be honest, I still love my wife, just not in love with her. Obviously, I'm always gonna love the mother of my kids.
Yeah, of course.
In that way. So yeah, it showed me what it's like to lose those people closest to me. But in the trip, I killed myself at the end of the trip, which I believe was a death of my mind-based identity, and then the rebirth of my true self. My mind-based identity being para-reg, Dave, because I was always in that stuck up mindset of being a fucking para-reg bloke and just being horrible, threatening people all the time and fucking scrapping if like someone showed me any sign of aggression, when I don't need to be that person anymore. I'm a civvy, so I start acting like a fucking civvy, start acting like a dad and a husband. So yeah, that's what I got from it. It did change my life.
To be fair, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it did change my life. And people, like everyone says that psychedelics are like fucking bad, but they're good if you're doing the right environment. If you're doing if you're doing them all the time, of course it's gonna be bad for you. You're gonna start seeing some weird shit. It's probably potentially gonna fuck you. But if you're taking them to get something from it, as in something positive, and there's someone there watching you while you're in that trip to stop you from doing something stupid, I can see why people kill themselves on psychedelic drugs, mate. Yeah. Because that made me believe that it was actually real inside my head. It made me believe. The more I tried to get out of it and fight it, you've got to surrender yourself to the process. You have to be open and go in there with an open mind and surrender yourself to the process. Yeah. But I was trying to fight to get out because I was like, I don't fucking like what I'm seeing here. So I was fighting to get out. And the more I fought to get out,
it's like it's telling you the truth.
Yeah, and it kept me in there longer, mate. It felt like I was in there for a fucking long time, and it made me, in my head, kind of believe this is my life now. My kids are dead, and this is where I am. I'm not getting out because I tried to fight to get out. I think it made me believe I'm staying here for the rest of my life. Yeah. Like,
got to stay here and fucking deal with this.
And I'm in fucking hell. Yeah. So yeah, it's fucking scary. It's a scary, scary process. But obviously, when I come out, you have like shamans, the spiritual people there, spiritual leaders, and they kind of coach you the next day through what you've seen. So they kind of say, right, this is probably where you see this is where you see that. So you actually get something from it. You don't just go back and get stuck in your own mind as that's what happened, and it's going to be traumatic for you.
It's fucking awesome.
So
mate.
they tell you the positives in that trip rather than just fucking going mentally.
Rather than
like
saying
fucking,
you're going to hell, by the way.
Yeah.
Enjoy that.
Yeah.
But the whole the whole saying goodbye to your mates as well, because obviously you never got that opportunity.
No, because you never got closure. I think a lot of it was when you lose your mates, you don't get closure.
That's awesome.
But obviously, so next weekend is the anniversary when we lost the 3 lads in 2009, 6 August 2009. 3 of our lads got blown up in an ID strike in a vehicle. One of them was a very good mate of mine, Kev Milligan. My little boy's named after him, actually.
Yeah.
He's a good geezer. I'm still in contact with his daughter now. I think his daughter's like 12 years old now. She was born 3 months after he was killed.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. See, that's tough, innit? Obviously, life of a soldier. But, yeah, his daughter's never going to know. But having the likes of, say, like yourself and going way back to the start of the conversation, having those fucking combat cameramen that are taking photos. It's like, this is what your dad did.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
First time I met her, I told her a story about when so Kev was my team leader when I was his 2IC obviously when it happened. But when I first rocked up to battalion, he was my senior Tom, and I was like a new bloke. I was out at night in Cardiff, and I was on permanent ascend, giving it big licks, just fucking. I'm in a Paris battalion. I was like, hard as fuck. He's nutted me. And I was spitting out bits of my teeth all night.
Yeah, that's always the fucking way. It's mad though, because you must have gone through like. When you went through all your basic training, it wasn't like soft. Like it seems to have got softer and softer throughout the fucking years.
Getting banged and fucking getting black eyes in training, fucking getting banged in my nose.
I've still got a scar on top of my eyelid, and that was 2008. So it's still.
But you get fucking treated that way for a reason. Like you're an aggressive soldier. Like paramedics basically one of the most aggressive soldiers in the fucking world, mate. That's what we're trained to be.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't be fucking nice to us in training. You have to train us because on a dead race, mate. When I've been in contact, and I mean that day when I went for that compound when I got my MID and I was fighting people from each other way, it's fucking crazy, mate. You can't be nice in that situation. You have to go to another level of aggression. Yeah.
And there's only so much in training you can simulate. And I think a lot of the up and coming fucking paras and RAF Reg guys and things like that, it's like you got to realise that it's nothing personal. They're not doing it because they fucking they might be. But but it's not like they're doing it just because they fucking picking on you. They're doing it to get you to that point of aggression where you want to fucking kill someone. Yeah. That's the whole point. That's what when we went through our bayonet training, that was our main aggressive fucking.
Yeah, I think you're saying everywhere. Yeah.
And we were fucking. I remember just fucking marking time, just shouting kill, and fucking getting headbutted by my corporal, split my eye open.
What makes your ass grow blood?
Yeah. Yeah, I got a fucking other scar on my hand from one of the other fucking recruits that was going a bit fucking mental, stabbed me in the hand.
We did an exercise years ago with SRR. It was like so we're going to deploy to Kosovo pretty soon after the exercise. So we did a training exercise with SRR, which was crowd control. So if they're in doing something like doing their sneaky beaky stuff, then we're there as like crowd control when people like try and get in. And I think it was like Royal Engineers of Phase 2 recruits that were our enemy. They basically told screw them if they fucking shoot at you or like something happened, play you dead. Now they obviously went out the night before and got a bag of potatoes and started throwing potatoes at us. Yeah. And one of them hit John Harrison in the fucking face. John Harrison was killed on the 9th of September 2009 in hospital rescue for Stephen Farrell. Yeah. Off the back of the head, he was shot in the face and killed 10 seconds after getting off the heli. But a potato hit him in the face. And he just said to us all, fucking go. And we were just knocking out these Phase 2 recruits, like, kicking the fuck out of them. And he put a complaint about us, because only 6 of us paramedic blokes, so we just...
battered them.
Yeah, kicked the fuck out of them. They, and the SRR, like, DS were like, we told you to screw them there.
Yeah. Fucking
like,
idiots.
You're basically poking a load of fucking bears, just...
Yeah. We had a... I remember we were doing public order training before we went out to Iraq. And they literally went, right, it's going to be Bravo platoon versus Charlie platoon, and then it'll be Soggy Weapons versus A-Flight or whatever. And I remember we were, and we had a couple of lads that, well, in the previous life were football hooligans, so they thought it was fucking brilliant. They were fucking like that, throwing the fucking potatoes. I remember smashing into one of the lads. I fucking hated him, but I just ran in, smashed. Fucking, there's a picture of it with me just coming back after hitting him, and his fucking mask is all fucking over here, and he's. I was like, this is fucking brilliant. But I just remember getting. I got smashed to pieces at one point. I managed to break through the line, and they just battered me with these fucking batons. They're fucking rubbery batons, but they fucking hurt.
Yeah.
I was like, this is brilliant. Yeah, it's the ban after, like going back to bayonet training. It's the ban that you get afterwards. You're confined to camp for fucking 48 hours or whatever. Can't let you out. You'd be too aggressive.
Yeah, they changed it out of this.
So I will fucking we'll get out somehow.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mentioned actually in my my book, it was very similar to you. Like, if I was going out on the piss, especially in Hereford, I loved going out in Hereford because I just get in a fight all the time. Because I was like that. Well, I need some sort of fucking buzz.
Yeah.
You'll fucking do. But the funniest one I ever had was I was still going through basic training, and I thought if I fought back, then I'd be in more shit than if I didn't.
Yeah.
So this fucking lad was wailing on me, I had fucking blood coming out of my face. I was like, what can I do that's just gonna fucking really fuck him off? So I just gobbed this fucking all this blood in his face. And I was like, you gonna come and finish me off? It's like fucking Fight Club.
Yeah.
Where he's like, well, you gonna finish me off, Lou? And all his blood's going everywhere. I was just like, and I got in. I got even more of a chewing for not fighting.
Yeah.
They were like, why didn't you fight? And I went, well, I thought I'd get kicked off if I. And they were like, well, look at your fucking face, you idiot. I was like, yeah, good point. Fucking cuts all over me. So every weekend I'd go home and come back and there'd be a new fucking new cut or something.
Yeah.
Who have you been fighting this
I think it's like, yeah, I think a lot of lads are like that, to be fair, at weekends.
Yeah, fighting or fucking. Never at the same time.
No.
Fucking hell. So how's it been with the new job, with all the rail strikes and shit like that?
But it's alright. It doesn't really affect us, if I'm honest with you.
No.
It doesn't really affect us at all. A lot of our stuff's like, so it's it's high street environment on the, like if you're on a platform.
Yeah.
If you're on a platform highway, it's like high street environment. It's only when you're on track you need to get. There's a lot of permits. You have to get like blocks and all sorts, possessions.
Yeah.
So as long as we're in if there's a strike on, obviously the platforms and the stations are empty, so it's better for us.
Even better.
Because there's no pedestrians around to kind of stop us from doing work, if you like, or
fucking more than. To be fair, it's a good reason why these fucking companies and that are all going on strike, especially at the minute. When you see the fucking profits that some of these companies are getting, they're like continuously fucking putting it up.
We had strikes. There were strikes last week, I think, in Birmingham. I think it was like 2 days there were strikes, and it was fine for us. It was good. Yeah, got a lot of work done.
That's what more done. That's fucking what you want.
There's no one around taking photographs. You'd like when you've got a hard hat on or something like that. I mean, it's fucking hot out there. Like, if my lads didn't wear a hard hat, I didn't give a shit, mate. Like, as long as they get the work done, just do it in their own. It just pisses me off when you got some civic takes it. Oh, like look at those lads. Like, how about you get your kit on and fucking try working like in that heat?
I had it when I used to work for Loomis doing the cash and transit stuff, carrying the high values and that. And I remember some of the jobs, especially in the summer, because you got all your rig on, you got your stab vest on, you got your fucking helmet on. You're like, fucking hell, it's hot. And then you get in the wagon and the fucking air conditioning doesn't work, and you're like, this is fucking rats.
Yeah.
The amount of times I ended up working in Dagenham as part of the Loomis crew in Dagenham, and I used to refer to them as the Dagenham Cowboys. Yeah. So where I was at Maidstone before, everything was by the book. Everything. You had to carry it in the box. You had to put your fucking helmet on. Everything. Stab vest. Go to Dagenham. Very rarely anyone wore fucking the stab vest. They didn't wear their helmets. They would carry the fucking trays in without the fucking security box. You're like, this is madness. Yeah. I was like, this is fucking madness. If we get stopped, like, if someone wants to take that box, so that there's nothing. Yeah. It's like, well, you can wear a stab vest if you want. I was like, oh, I think I might wear that. Yeah. Especially working out in London and things like that. Fucking North London. The worst area was East London that I worked in. I was always on edge. East London. Always.
Yeah. I've never done work like that, mate, if I'm honest with you, so wouldn't really.
You're too big.
Yeah.
You're too big for everything.
No, I'm happy on the railway now, mate. It's good.
Nick, you did a bit of bodybuilding for
sport, and it's an unhealthy sport.
Yeah. It doesn't look healthy.
No.
They look good. Don't get me wrong. Like
dieting and that's fucking hard work. It broke me.
Yeah.
When I was ripped as fuck, mate, and probably had like 6% body fat.
Just didn't feel good.
Just broke me, mate. Yeah. I trained for like half an hour. Like I had no energy to train anymore. I just couldn't train.
It's a strange one, isn't it? Because obviously aesthetically it looks good, but like to do a job or anything like that, it's pretty useless.
My missus actually said to me, like my wife at the time, she said to me, "That's not you." She said to me one day, like I was doing my meal prep one day, top off, like fucking as I always was back then. And she said to me, "That ain't you." She said, "That's not who you are." She said, "You've lost yourself. Now you're at the army. You've lost yourself." She said, "Go back to when you was in the army.
Yeah.
You had a piss tank. You was drinking all the time. You'd eat what you want. You'd run 8 miles with your boots on in the morning because you had to.
Yeah.
But what you're doing now is not you." She said, "You've lost yourself." And I said, I'm sound, but she's right all along. I did lose myself, and I lost myself into that environment of trying to look like I thought I needed to look.
Yeah.
Like I needed to. Basically, that muscle was like a shield. It was like protecting what was actually happening on the inside. Because when people look at me, they were going, "Oh, look at fucking Dave. He's a big fucker. He's ripped. Like, look at his six pack." They weren't actually going, "Look at Dave. He's struggling." It was a shield to protect.
There's a lot of issues.
Insecurities, yeah.
There's a lot of issues with bodybuilders, like especially with the body dysmorphia and things, because you can always be bigger, you can always be less body fat. It's like,
I'm just naturally like this now. I don't even fucking train that much now. I go to the gym if I want to.
Yeah.
And I'll always go to the gym for half an hour now. Everyone takes piss out of me in the gym because sometimes I'll be in there 20 minutes and come out.
I find that I not at the minute. I've been fucking lazy bastard at the minute. But I found that like 20 minutes, half an hour, maybe up to 40 minutes.
Yeah,
I smack it because I'm not sat there going, "Oh, let's fucking set up that."
Yeah.
It's like,
I'm never in that long gym. Never.
I used to be like that. I used to be like, "Well, I need to set up my phone."
Yeah.
Because then I know that I've done it. Then if I
even when I was bodybuilding, when I was putting on size, I'd be in the gym for half an hour sometimes, and the lads used to piss everyone off. Like, how the fuck are you that size? But some people just got those genetics.
Yeah, definitely.
I can just grow really easily.
And you're fucking massive anyway, aren't you?
Yeah, 6'4". I think I'm 19 stone a minute. 6'4", 19 stone.
It's not fair. I actually shrunk, you know. My missus still doesn't believe me. And when it fucking happened, because I'm similar to you, like putting all the fucking on your burger and all that. I used to get given all the kit. Tommo will carry it. Pack horse. According to my Air Force ID, I was 171 centimetres. So what's that? 5'7.5", I think, something like that. Still not tall. Don't get me wrong. I'm now 5'6.5". I've lost an inch.
Yeah.
And I was like, "It's definitely happened." And when it's not because I put on weight, I'm not having that.
When I joined at 16, I was 6 foot. Now I'm 6'4" now.
Of course, you were still in growing stage, weren't you?
Yeah.
16.
Probably the human growth I was taking.
Yeah, that helped. To be fair.
Mate, I was smashing growth hormone for a long time.
Yeah. How did you feel on it?
Good.
Like a fucking
started taking
Viking.
it. Started really taking it when I broke my leg to heal the process.
Yeah.
The doctor was even saying, like, I'm surprised how quickly it's healing. I was like, I fucking know what that is.
Yeah. It's a bit like getting stem cells and things like that, isn't it?
But yeah, I took it as well, really, because I could see my leg getting real small. So I had one big fucking leg and one tiny one, where it's just in cast all the time. I mean, I wasn't even weight bearing for. I couldn't bear any weight on it for, I think it was 5 months. I couldn't put any weight on it.
It's bad, mate.
Because if it was a clean break, it would have been so bad. But it's a spiral fracture.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It was like up the bone. So it's like where it's just twisted. Just basically, if you get a ruler, twist it. It's just fucking fractures everywhere.
Yeah.
That's basically what my leg done.
Was it the tib and fib?
Yeah, but snapped it in 4 places.
Oh, that's what you want. Horror tackle? Or do you just?
No, I just got hit by 3 blokes at the same time. Yeah.
Get
I was a big fucker playing number 8.
Yeah.
They just wanted to put me out, I think.
Yeah.
And they did put me out.
They did.
Good tackle, though. Nothing malicious in it.
Yeah. Well, they've obviously done what you need to do, especially with a guy your size. You've got to hit him low, haven't you?
Yeah.
Because if you try and tackle you at fucking upper body, you're just going to...
So I played for fire service a few times as well. Played for the Oxford Fire Service. No fear of firemen, so they said to us, come and play for us. Played against the army at Shrivenham a few times. And I think it was like probably my 3rd game after I broke my leg, so I carried on playing for a season after I broke my leg. Yeah, I think it's probably like the third game playing the army, shivering them. I got to try with them the first like 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I was just smashing through. But I was just thinking, fuck it, I'm not giving in now. Everyone's getting smashed out of the way. I'm not breaking my leg again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fucking way
But I just can't play anymore. It's just not right.
Yeah.
It aches for days after if I play a game of rugby. And
I bet.
when that metal plate gets hit as well, so I've got a metal plate in the front of my shin. So it goes kind of down the side of my shin into my ankle.
Oh, got you.
And the movement on the side of the ankle's like, as in that way, there's movement gone. It's fucking, if that plate gets hit.
I've been pretty lucky. I've never broken a major bone. I broke my fingers.
Yeah.
Even though I was a midget, I used to play basketball, so I was constantly breaking my fucking fingers. Fucking ball hitting my fingers. I was like, fuck. And boxing, my hands are always aching, my hands.
Yeah.
Through boxing and that. But luckily, fucking, in terms of breaking bones, fine. But I've said this so many times on the podcast. I've got no ankles. I went in for physio on my ankles. I went for my FT to become Lance Corporal, and I rolled my ankle on the tab. I was like, fuck, that hurt. That really hurt. Coming in was like failing the tab. And they were like, well, you got one more chance. And then we went to do the Navex, and I rolled both my ankles on a fucking baby's head. Yeah. Got fucking completely lost my bearings. Got completely lost. I was like, this is fucking embarrassing. Managed to flag down the fucking DS. They took me back. I went, I need to go to med centre. My ankles are gone. Went in there and they went, you on 2 squadron? I was like, no, 15 squadron. They went, you done jumps? I was like, no, I ain't done a single jump. Why? And they went, you've got like no ankle ligaments. I was like, what? They went, your ankles are gone. I went, I don't know how you managed to pass training or anything. I went, well, that explains a lot. Like just walking down the road, clear road, my ankle would just go, and I'm like, fuck. But me being an idiot, it's always been the same since I was a kid. I used to just strap it up and just carry on. Yeah. So I probably should have had physio fucking a long time ago. Like, but even now, my missus finds it hilarious. Like, I'll just fucking roll my ankle over nothing. Yeah. I did it in London on one of our first. Was it one of our first? No. She was. Can't remember if she was pregnant with my eldest, or if it was just a trip to London or whatever. But I remember we were going to Victoria to catch a train home, and it was literally, I was on the edge of the curve, ankle went, fucking forward roll, managed to get up. She's pissing herself laughing. There's me still in fucking squaddy mode. I was like, it's not fucking funny. Fucking hurt myself. Yeah. Now I look back at her, I must have looked like a right cunt, just fucking falling over nothing. But it's one of those, like you said, where you just fucking laugh at stupid shit. Yeah. She's got a compilation videos of her scaring me in the house. I was like, you can't keep doing that. I'm gonna have a heart attack one day. She hides, mate. It's not.
My wife used to have to come behind me and put her hand on my shoulder and just say she's behind me because fucking she's scared of shit. Just if she couldn't catch me one day, I'd just fucking. She's worried I was gonna turn around and put her in a headlock or something. Sometimes I think.
She has said. She went, one day you're gonna hit me and I'll deserve it. But I'm like, it's so funny. She's got literally a video that's about 10 minutes long of different clips of her scaring me over nothing. Yeah. There was one when it was Christmas and I was doing the elf on the shelf, and I was trying to put the elf somewhere, and I was walking up the stairs and she just jumped out of the kids' room. She went, ugh, and I just went, fuck, fucking threw the elf out and just ran down the stairs. Fight or flight, that is. I'm hiding. Trying to find a better fire position. Yeah. Get the Nerf guns out.
Yeah, me and my little boy have like little Nerf wars.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I'm gonna build him an armory soon. He's got enough now to have like a little armory soon. Yeah. He's got my body armour and things as well. Obviously taking the plates out of it.
I've seen him with the helmet before.
Yeah. My old optical helmet. Yeah. That's it in the office now.
It's in the office. I
put all the attachments back on it now.
Yeah, looks cool. Yeah. It's fucking some
probably worth fucking like $5,000 with all the fucking shit I've got on it. Yeah. Loads of stuff on it.
Fucking office does look nice though.
Yeah, it's good, man. Yeah, it's good.
I like it. And as it's almost going full circle, the work that you're doing with the veterans and that, fucking brilliant. Yeah. Yeah. There's a few companies that I like that, and then obviously one of them being the cause that is Rock to Recovery. I love Rock to Recovery. Yeah. I speak to Charlie quite often. Yeah. He's sound. Fucking lights of yourself doing. Yeah. The engineering stuff is fucking brilliant.
Yeah, man.
And it's one of those. There's no cat badge anymore. It's like we've all done stuff.
Yeah.
Some have done more than others, clearly.
Yeah.
It's like, but that doesn't matter. We've all signed on a dotted line.
Yeah.
It's like there's so many though that are still fucking dickheads.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah,
stand that.
get them over there, mate. Just got to pick out the good ones.
Yeah, gotta find them.
Yeah.
What else you got planned for today then? Obviously you got to get called into the office.
Yeah, I'll be in the office shortly, mate, doing some work.
On your day off.
Then up to Birmingham, mate.
Up to Birmingham.
Yeah, up to Birmingham doing some work, mate.
Fucking living the dream. For those that don't know, where can they find you?
I've forgotten what my
Put you on the spot there, haven't I?
well, I've forgotten what my Instagram is now. I think Dave.Radband.
That's
But it's the only one that's Dave.Radband, nothing else.
Yeah.
Obviously, like we said earlier.
You have to get the official put on there. So
Yeah. Well, I've actually got it on. This is my only account, but then they start fucking copying saying this is my only account. I'm like, fuck you know.
Yeah. Because I did. We're going off on another tangent now. Did notice you started putting like the watermarks and stuff on that.
Yeah. Well, if you notice, I put the watermarks mainly on my kids' photos.
Yeah.
So they can't use my kids' photos. I don't even give a fuck if anyone uses mine. But again, there's this whole thing now where they've learned how to get rid of those watermarks.
Yeah. It's fucking.
Well, they don't give a shit. They put Dave.Radband with like 7.2 at the end or something like that, or 7.1, I think the latest one is.
Yeah.
And they use my watermarks anyway. Like fucking.
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? It's mad.
Yeah.
It's like they've literally just gone fucking screenshot.
Yeah, mental, mate.
There's got to be a way that we're going to go off on another tangent. There's got to be a way that Instagram can stop you like screenshotting.
Yeah,
photos.
I don't know, mate. I don't know.
Or it can
But
tell
my book
you.
comes out. My book's hopefully come out Christmas time or
Fucking
in the
brilliant.
year. So we're halfway through it at the moment.
Yeah. That'd be a good fucking read. That will.
Yeah, we're halfway through the book at the moment. It's pretty much. It's going to be one book. I'm not going to fucking do anything like all these other people do where they bring up multiple books.
Yeah.
It's going to be one book about my life and that's it from start to finish.
Fucking happy days. I did mine. It could have been written better. I think you could tell that I'm dyslexic. Put it that way.
I've got a ghostwriter doing mine.
Yeah, there's a few grammatical errors. I did have Chris Michaels help me out from the Dark Side podcast. He helped me out with a few different bits, but
yeah. Mine's going to be called Fighting with Tigers.
I like that.
Like the Tiger team thing.
Yeah, that's cool. That. Yeah, mine got mixed reviews. Most of the shit reviews came from people that didn't even serve with me. A few others said I made stuff up. Like, if you actually read it, most of it isn't about my time in the military. It's about how I dealt with my mental health afterwards, starting the podcast and things like that. Obviously, I touch on some of the things I did. And one of the reviews was, how can you say that you shot your weapon in calf when nobody did? I was like, well, I definitely did. But the thing is, it's not even an alley story. We were at a checkpoint, and we got told, watch out for fucking moped IED. So I'm stopping this guy. He's not stopping. So what I do is escalation of force. Fucking top cover shoots the flare. Still not stopping. Draw me pistol. Still not stopping. I cock, and I fire into capture ground. Then he starts waving like he's fucking on Team America, doing all this. His brakes didn't work. I was like, why would I make up a story like that? It's not even good. I was like, if I was lying and like saying I'm kicking in doors and fucking doing all that sort of stuff.
Mate, we used to roll in at Bastion in our wagons.
Yeah.
We used to roll in at Bastion. If anyone come near us, we used to fucking put one in the engine block. We didn't even tell them to stop.
Yeah. So I remember getting called into the ops room because obviously had to do all the shot report and all that bollocks because we don't fire that often. So I got called in and they went, Tommo, why didn't you shoot him? I was like, well, he was actually an innocent civilian.
Yeah.
When I would have been in a lot of shit if I did shoot him.
Yeah,
It was in my rights because he wasn't stopping. But yeah, it's little things like that in there. And they're like, well, you're making it all up, man.
Yeah.
Cool. Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers, easy. It's done now. But yeah, the amount of creatures that did crawl out, that like similar with you, crawled out of the woodwork. Had a couple of guys actually apologise. They were like, oh, we didn't realise.
Yeah.
I was like,
fuck it, just keep doing what you're doing, mate.
I was like, cheers. I'll continue. Thanks. But yeah, mate, it's been a fucking absolute privilege to have you on.
Yeah, no worries, mate. It's been good, man.
It's nice having people in the shed. So normally I do it through Zoom and don't really have that same connection.
Yeah.
So hopefully this.
I don't like Zoom because people fucking phone me up all the time. I don't know if you're on Zoom, but people phone me up or it's like, my kids will walk in and start talking to me. And something like that.
Oh, I've had it before where I've gone full Joe Rogan and I'm like 3 hours in, and then my missus is like started banging on the door. Are you all right in there? It's like, shut up. I've got to fucking edit this bit out now. I don't tend to edit, but yeah, it's got to be done. But yeah,
thanks for having us on, mate. I appreciate it.
Cheers for making the trip down. Obviously, it's all right for you because you can come to fucking Maidstone. But next time you're down, we'll have to grab some beers.
Yes, definitely, mate. 100%.
100%. Sweet. Well, I'm fucking get up and turn this up.
Nice one.